The New England Patriots have quietly made a move that might just be one of the smartest decisions. Heading into training camp this year, it's not flashy, it's not headline-grabbing, but sometimes, in the NFL, these subtle roster additions can be exactly what a team needs to find stability and build depth, especially in crucial areas like the offensive line. The player in question is Yasir Durant, a name some Patriots fans might remember, but one that doesn't often come up in big discussions yet. His return could signal a strategic shift in how New England wants to approach one of its weakest points from last season. If you followed the Patriots' offensive line struggles last year, you know they were nothing short of disastrous. It was rough to watch, to say the least. The protection was shaky, the run blocking inconsistent, and the overall cohesion on that front left a lot to be desired. It's the kind of problem that can derail an entire offense, no matter how talented the skill players or how brilliant the play calling, and it wasn't just a minor issue. It was glaring enough to make even the most patient fans wince every time the quarterback dropped back to pass. So when the Patriots decided to bring Yasir Durant back into the fold, it raised some eyebrows, but also a lot of hopes. Now, you might be wondering, who exactly is Yasir Durant? Why should we get excited about his return? The story here isn't just about him being another lineman added to the roster. It's about what he represents in terms of versatility, experience, and competition. Durant was originally an undrafted free agent who found his way to Kansas City. He then landed with the Patriots as a 7th-round pick, which already tells you he's a player who's had to fight hard for every opportunity. He even started a game for New England back in 2021, so he's not completely untested at this level. But the real kicker came last year when he played for the DC Defenders in the USFL, a league that many may not pay much attention to, but one that serves as a proving ground for players looking to get back or break into the NFL. Durant didn't just play in the USFL, he excelled. He made the All-League team, basically the equivalent of an All-Pro selection for that league, and helped lead his team to a championship. That shows he's got the talent and the mindset to perform when it counts. More importantly, he's capable of playing multiple positions along the offensive line, toggling between tackle and guard. That kind of flexibility is invaluable in today's NFL, where injuries are frequent and roster spots are limited. It allows coaches to mix and match, plug holes, and maintain consistency even when things get chaotic. Last season, the Patriots tried everything to patch up their offensive line woes. They scrambled to bring in players from practice squads, tried out various undrafted free agents, and shuffled their roster in search of some semblance of stability. Unfortunately, those moves felt more like band-aids over a much bigger problem. Injuries certainly played a part in complicating things, but ultimately, the line just wasn't strong enough to protect the quarterback or open running lanes consistently. The result was an offense that struggled to find rhythm and sustain drives, which put additional pressure on the defense and special teams. Bringing Durant back is less about expecting him to come in and start right away and more about creating competition and depth. He's not the answer to the Patriots' offensive line prayers, but he could be a vital piece in the puzzle, pushing the younger guys to elevate their games. When a team brings in someone like Durant, a player who knows the system, has NFL experience, and has shown he can perform at a high level elsewhere, it sends a message: no one's job is guaranteed, and everyone needs to fight for their spot. That kind of environment can be healthy. It encourages players to come into training camp ready to compete, to show the coaches what they've got when the pads go on and contact starts flying. Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel has already emphasized how important it is to see players perform in real physical situations, not just in practice or drills. It's about who can handle the grind, who can take the hits, and who can still execute when it counts. Adding Durant into this mix gives the coaching staff another option to evaluate, another variable to consider when finalizing the roster. Looking deeper at the current offensive line group, there are some promising young names like Jared Wilson, a draft pick who looks like he could eventually lock down the center spot, and undrafted free agents like Conley from Boston College. Both players have shown flashes of potential, but the transition from college to the NFL is never easy. The competition from a versatile veteran like Durant could be just the challenge. They need to push harder and improve faster. Players often rise to the occasion when faced with real competition, especially in a battle for the coveted 53-man roster spots. Durant's role, then, becomes a sort of catalyst. Not necessarily the guy who will start week one, but a player who forces others to sharpen their skills, increase their focus, and prove they deserve their place on the team. He's a safety net, a backup plan, and an internal motivator all wrapped into one. The Patriots know they need to get better up front. And while Durant might not be the immediate solution, he's a smart addition for long-term growth and stability. This move also reflects a broader trend in the NFL where teams are placing greater value on versatility and depth. Rosters are fluid and injuries happen quickly and often. Having players who can slot into multiple positions along the offensive line without a huge drop-off in performance can be the difference between winning and losing close games. Durant fits this mold perfectly, capable of shifting between tackle and guard, adapting to whatever the team needs on any given Sunday. What's equally interesting is how this move might impact the locker room dynamic. Bringing in a player with NFL experience who has also demonstrated success in a competitive league like the USFL could raise the bar for others. It's not just about who can start, but who can consistently contribute when called upon. This kind of mentality fosters a culture where everyone is accountable, everyone is pushing each other, and no one can afford to get complacent. Of course, it's important to temper expectations. Durant isn't going to be the new star on the Patriots' offensive line overnight. He's not the flashy signing that will instantly transform the offense or turn heads on highlight reels, but football is a team sport and every piece matters. Sometimes, those pieces are the unsung heroes who quietly help elevate the group through competition and work ethic. As training camp approaches, all eyes will be on how these battles unfold. Will Durant make the roster? Will he force a younger player to step up or provide the depth the Patriots desperately need? Only time will tell. What's clear is that New England is making moves designed to build a stronger, more resilient offensive line. And that starts with smart decisions like signing players who bring versatility, experience, and a competitive edge. In the end, this is the kind of subtle, behind-the-scenes maneuvering that can set the tone for a successful season. It's not about making a splashy headline. It's about getting the little things right, building a foundation, and fostering an environment where every player earns their spot the hard way. Yasser Durant's return might be just one piece, but it's a piece that could matter a lot as the Patriots push forward into training camp and beyond, continuing from where we left off. There's another layer to this story that deserves attention, especially when we shift focus to the Patriots' wide receiver group and some of the decisions looming on the horizon as training camp kicks into full gear. While the offensive line grabs much of the spotlight due to its critical role in protecting the quarterback and creating running lanes, the wide receiver room has its own set of intriguing storylines that could define New England's offensive identity this season. One name that often gets overlooked but could be pivotal is Tyquan Thornton, a player with potential who, like Durant, is fighting to prove himself and carve out a meaningful role. Thornton's journey is a familiar one for those who have followed the Patriots' roster moves in recent years. Drafted in the second round out of Baylor, he arrived with high expectations but never quite seemed to break through. During his time under the previous coaching regime, injuries and inconsistent opportunities hampered his progress, and last year, he found himself waived by New England only to be picked up by the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, with the Chiefs, Thornton is reportedly turning heads, catching the attention of none other than Andy Reid, a coach known for developing wide receiver talent and maximizing player potential. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. A quiet buzz is beginning to circulate within NFL circles, raising questions about the long-term future of defensive tackle Christian Barmore with the New England Patriots. While Barmore recently inked a significant contract extension, reports of health setbacks and the team's ongoing roster adjustments are fueling speculation that a surprising departure might not be entirely out of the question. Barmore, a cornerstone of the Patriots' defense and a player who showed immense promise, signed a 4-year extension worth up to $92 million back in April 2024, ostensibly tying him to New England through the 2028 season. However, sources close to the situation suggest that his battle with blood clots, which significantly impacted his 2024 campaign, has created a level of uncertainty. While Barmore has reportedly been cleared for football activities, the Patriots' cautious approach to his recovery and the potential for future complications have some wondering if the team might be evaluating all their options. It's a perplexing scenario for a player who, when healthy, has proven to be a disruptive force in the trenches. His ability to generate pressure and stuff the run made him a key piece of the Patriots' defensive identity. Yet, the business side of the NFL is ruthless, and any lingering health concerns, no matter how minor they appear now, could prompt a re-evaluation from the front office, especially given the substantial financial commitment. While there's no concrete indication of an imminent trade, the whispers are getting louder. Could the Patriots, under new leadership, be considering a strategic move to mitigate risk and potentially reallocate resources? The team has been active in shoring up its defensive line through other acquisitions, which might suggest a contingency plan. For now, it remains a wait-and-see situation. But the idea of Christian Barmore in a uniform other than Patriots blue is no longer just a distant thought, it's a possibility gaining traction. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.